I'm pretty sure all of us can agree that Warzone is far from in the best state it's ever been in right now, especially with the Cold War integration. Honestly, ever since the Cold War integration, we haven't been in a good area, and I think everyone has known that, and I've made videos on it in the past. But with World War II Vanguard coming around the corner, it seems like there's a possibility that Warzone is going to get a huge improvement. And obviously, with Vanguard coming out, we are going to be getting anti-cheat and a whole bunch of other just balancing patches to the game. And with Vanguard being on the Modern Warfare engine, the guns are actually going to feel native to Warzone because they run off the same engine. Now, what I'm personally hoping is that regardless of what happens with the new map update coming out whenever, I think it was November 5th, like the launch date of Vanguard, that's when we're getting the new Warzone map. But I'm hoping that when time comes, Warzone will then launch from the Vanguard launcher rather than the Modern Warfare launcher. For those that just have never played Cold War, if you guys own Cold War and Modern Warfare, you have the option to launch Warzone from the Cold War application. What actually happens is your console or PC will close down Cold War and open up Modern Warfare 2019 to launch Warzone. But what I'm hoping is this is like a super small wish list idea for Warzone. It's just that Warzone launches on World War II Vanguard's launcher. It just makes things so much easier, especially because it'll be the same engine on the current game. And yeah, and it will be less confusion, especially for players that are playing Vanguard and Warzone. And it just makes sense because implementing an anti-cheat to Modern Warfare's Warzone would take a lot of reconstructing of Modern Warfare's code, and they can just implement it to Vanguard and then just run from there with anti-cheat and have all that stuff done. But today's topic I want to talk about is what made Warzone so good to begin with. And there's so many things personally for me that made me enjoy Warzone so much more than I ever would have thought, because I was pretty burnt out on battle royales after Fortnite and Blackout and Apex. But when Warzone came out, it changed my perspective on battle royales, specifically because Call of Duty has its own twist. And even though it's a BR game, you still feel like you're playing Call of Duty the entire time while playing Warzone, and that's something that Blackout did not have, but Warzone does. So I'm going to share some of the things that I enjoy the most in Warzone, and hopefully with Vanguard coming out in anti-cheat and hopefully all the hackers and SBMM being turned down, Warzone will return to where it once was when it first launched in May of 2020, where we had just Modern Warfare guns and everything was balanced. And that's one of the things that I actually really enjoyed about Warzone, is how the guns were balanced. And sure, you could say, oh, at the launch of the game, the M4 was the meta, then we had the Ram 7 meta, then the Grau meta, then the Kilo meta. But we've had all these metas in Warzone, but pretty much every gun has had its turn being the meta. And even when guns are the meta, there's always things you can use to counter the meta. My go-to example is during the R9O Dragon's Breath days, where that thing would like 1 or 2 shot a squad, you could counter with the MP5 and kill that guy with the R9O extremely easily. But now you look at what Warzone is with the Cold War integration, and the Krig and the EM2 just dominate. Like, if you're using an assault rifle, there is no other assault rifle you should be using other than the Krig or EM2, just because of how ridiculously strong they are. And you are literally putting yourself at a huge disadvantage if you're just using like a Kilo or a Krig or an AMAX or anything like that. You just put yourself at the biggest disadvantage. And I would say Warzone, since the Cold War integration, has been the most unbalanced it's ever been. With Vanguard's integration, hopefully all the weapons are balanced from the Vanguard, because what it seems like Cold War's integration did is it took all the Cold War weapons and purposely made them better than all the Modern Warfare weapons, just so people would actually buy Cold War or go and play Cold War, which kind of seems weird, but it's a conspiracy that some people do believe. But hopefully everything's super balanced from Vanguard, Cold War, and Modern Warfare when implemented into this new Warzone map. And I think we all know, based off of what happened to Cold War, with this new map, we're going to be seeing new ground loot, which is basically going to be World War II exclusive weapons from Vanguard. I don't think we'd be seeing any Cold War Modern Warfare weapons on the ground war loot, but I'm pretty sure that people are still going to be able to use their Cold War and Modern Warfare weapons from supply drops and stuff like that when you get your weapons in game. Also, talking about the map right now and what this new map needs to revive Warzone and make it better than ever is have the replayability be just as high as Verdansk. Yes, Verdansk is getting very boring, but if you just play and have fun in Verdansk, you will never play the same game twice because there are so many variables in Warzone, but the perfect amount. It's like the Goldilocks zone of variables within a battle royale. There's not too much variables and there's not too little, and it's like the perfect amount for a Call of Duty battle royale where you have all the contracts that spice up the game and make it more entertaining if you want to do something other than just loot and run around and try and kill. There's the best amount of floor loot, and there's lots of chances to get money and to do contracts and to get your loadout and move around the map, and there's so many flank routes. And the way that Verdansk is made out of any battle royale map and just out of any battle royale in general, it makes Warzone the best battle royale for my personal taste. I've played Apex, I've played Fortnite, I've played Blackout, I've played PUBG, I've played a bunch of these battle royale games, and all of them are extremely fun, but only for a little bit of time. But the thing with Warzone, and me being a huge Call of Duty fan, is it has the perfect balance of being a Call of Duty game and being a battle royale, and kind of splitting both aspects and putting it into one very equally, where I can have fun and play a battle royale, but also feel like I'm playing a Call of Duty at the same time, which I don't get from a game like Blackout, as I said at the beginning of the game. Battle royales are fun, but only for a little bit, and then I kind of get tired of them. But because Warzone has that Call of Duty feel to it, and like it feels like I'm playing Call of Duty, and I know it sounds so stupid, but it's true. Like, if you guys have played a bunch of battle royales, including Blackout, you know what I mean. But it's the best battle royale for me and my personal taste. The vehicles are great. Everything seems super balanced. Pre-Cold War, the gun balanced was the best, and it was just extremely fun, and it had so much replayability for me because it didn't matter if I landed at the same spot over and over and over again. Just because of the size of the map, what's available to us, and how the zone moves, I have never had like a same game twice, and it's been super fun because you play against different people all the time. And just because of how popular Warzone is, it makes the game so much more fun to play too, because not only are you enjoying it yourself, but you know a lot of people around you are enjoying it, which made the experience of Warzone so much more fun. Because Warzone, like, I don't know if any of you guys were playing at the very beginning of Warzone when it came out. A lot of people didn't start playing Warzone until a couple months in, I would say, the free-to-play players, but the Call of Duty core players have played for a long time. And I think it goes without saying that everyone who played Warzone from the very start knows how good it was before hacking and skill-based matchmaking became an issue. Skill-based matchmaking has always been a part of Warzone, but it wasn't super bad like it is in Cold War, where you feel like you're playing a CDL match every game. There was a large variation of skilled players in Warzone. Sometimes you come across, even today, you still come across bots, you still come across absolute demons at the game who are just absolutely goated. But the thing is because hacking and all of these things started to come into play, hackers have always been there, but it became a huge issue right around, I would say, season 4 in Warzone. That's where hacking just became so public and so easily accessible to the average Joe, where you started to see hackers in a lot of games rather than just a couple. And I think that kind of ruined the reputation of Warzone and just Call of Duty in general, because you could have a really good player drop a 20-25 bomb and you would die to him, look at his kill count, and instantly think, oh, because he has more than 20 kills, he's a hacker, which is something that I think the anti-cheat is slowly over time going to like drastically fixed. Just because if a good player kills me, or if you guys get killed by a good player and their accuracy is on point, you never know if they're hacking with very muted hacks that are almost unnoticeable to the untrained eye, or if they're just a good player. Of course, there's the hackers that have auto snap on aim, and they'll snap onto a guy dropping from the sky and then all of a sudden do like a 180 and kill the guy behind them that obviously they wouldn't see through a wall. There's hacks like that, but you can also change the settings on the hacks to make it less noticeable to the average eye. And just the people that play I play Call of Duty every day, and there's some clips that even I don't know, is that legit or hacking? So I think that's going to be something that Vanguard and Warzone have to work on drastically, with improving the image of Call of Duty again, with the hacking sense, where good players where if you're a good player, you're not called out for being a hacker, or people don't question your clips as much, because I think that's just something that was ruined with no anti-cheat in Warzone, because there's always been hackers in Call of Duty. I think a COD veteran knows that, but what happened in Warzone Season 4 in the Modern Warfare era, that set the precedent for where we are now with hacking and stuff like that. And that's the biggest issue. I would say skill-based matchmaking could be toned down a little, but honestly, it's a battle royale. You're playing to see who's the best of the best anyway. So I kind of understand that. But I think if you just fixed hacking and fixed that issue at the same time as bringing what made Warzone great originally, it's going to save Warzone. Now, only time will tell, of course. But I have pretty high hopes for Warzone itself. I have higher hopes for Vanguard individually compared to Warzone, but I think Warzone will see a huge improvement once World War II Vanguard comes out, and we'll start seeing some of the better moments of Warzone resurface as streamers start to enjoy the game again, hacking becomes a last year issue, and people start to enjoy the game again, and maybe Warzone can get back to where it once was when it first came out, where it was like a worldwide phenomenon of just people having fun and playing the game. So hopefully we see that again. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Do you guys even play Warzone? Because I know there are people out there that just genuinely do not like Warzone, and that's completely fine. That's their own opinion. Anyway, leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. There's no hard feelings. Subscribe for more videos in the future. Social media links in the description below. And if you're on gamersubs.gg buying some gamer subs or just buying some new shakers or any of their products, use code WILD for 10% off at checkout. It helps supports the channel. And yeah, with that being said, I'm about to head out, and if there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.